What's up, y'all? My name is Prince, and I'm an urban acolyte. And I want to talk to you guys about this video that's been circulating on Facebook, where this guy takes on an armed robber at a Starbucks in Fresno, California. So if you haven't seen the video, basically this dude walks into a Starbucks, approaches the barista at the counter, and he's got a bag and he's got a toy gun. Of course, you know, if you're in that situation, you might not know that the gun is a toy. But then he pulls out a knife in the same hand that he's wielding the gun, and I'm guessing he's wanting money from the cash register. So this guy who happens to be in Starbucks walks up behind him, hits the robber with a chair, and then he looks like he's trying to choke slam the guy, slams him against one of the serving counters, and then they start to wrestle. Ryan Flores is the suspect, and Cregg Jerri is our good Samaritan. So Cregg slams what's his name again, Ryan, to the ground, and in the process he gets stabbed in the neck with the knife. Of course, that presents the opportunity for him to take the knife. He then proceeds to stab. He takes Ryan's back. And Cregg Jerri then stabs Ryan several times in the side with the knife. At some point, Ryan is able to escape. He hides in a canal somewhere on the street, and eventually police find him. He turns himself in. He's treated for his injuries, and finally taken into police custody. He's arrested because they have the security footage, you know, there. A lot of people were sharing this. I first saw it in a martial arts group on Facebook, and of course, you know, there's the typical bro lane. This is what I would have done. I would have did a double leg takedown, and I would have done this, and I would have kicked his ass, and you know, that kind of talk. Everybody woulda, coulda, shoulda, what they would have done in that situation. You know, because everybody is is freaking Bruce Lee, and they catch bullets, Bruce Leroy, and they catch bullets with their teeth, and you know, they're the baddest Shogun in Harlem, Fresno, Colorado, and everywhere else, right? This guy, I don't know why he decided that he was gonna go and hit this guy with a chair, and you know, not knowing if that was a toy gun or a real gun. Someone could have been killed, right? If that gun, at one point, as they're wrestling, the gun is like pointed at the barista or pointed, you know, behind the counter, and he's waving it around. And what if he pulled the trigger, just reflex or on purpose, it shot someone? So, you know, this was one of those times where it worked out for everyone except the robber, except for Ryan Flores. Other times you never know. So I don't know. I guess as far as training, what does this have to do? I guess that's why you train. I guess that's when I think about my art, Ili Chin, and you get to the source of the root of the problem, right? This very Buddhist mindset. You know, you weigh out the odds, but you know, you don't sit and get frozen thinking about, you're in the moment, right? If this is what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fully commit to this, right? I'm not gonna hesitate. You know, I'm not gonna think, what if I get shot? What if someone else gets shot? I'm gonna be fully committed to this. Another question that I saw come up was, you know, somebody asked that didn't talk about woulda, coulda, shoulda. They said, would you use your most, well, I guess it is a woulda, but not what they would have done, but just a question. Would you have used your most explosive technique on this guy if you're coming up from him from behind? And that made me, like, I had to really think about that one. That's really what made me want to do the videos. What if you don't have any explosive techniques? Like, I have explosive techniques, but when I think about what that means in my art and in Ili Chin, I don't have an explosive technique, not compared to what I've seen people do, right? I post a video on a Facebook, one of my Facebook pages, where one of the students in Russia, right? We have these things where we demonstrate our 5Gen, our close range power, and she's, you know, kind of warming up, and then she just pretty much slaps with the, you know, like a monkey paw or something, a wooden board, and she breaks it. And I said, I commented, I said, she broke that board like she owed it some money, right? And you walk up behind that guy, and, you know, if you believe what they say, you know, these breaking these boards is like breaking a bone. And she comes up and she, wham, just as he's, you know, paying attention to what he's doing, this robbery, and she, you know, smacks him and catches him around here. She could knock him out. She could rupture his eardrum. She could kill him, you know. And then it's like, okay, you stopped a robbery, but what did you do to this person? You know, is it, you know, because, yeah, I mean, we do this stuff to kick butt, but sometimes you got to think about being compassionate, you know, like what kind of damage would you do to this person for the rest of their life? And maybe they just had, we don't know why he decided to do this, why he decided to rob this place. So I don't know. Those are questions that I've got to sit with. And those are questions that I'm going to leave you guys to sit with as well. In this situation, what do you do? How do you act? How do you respond, right? Is it right to just pull out your most lethal technique, use of lethal force to shut this guy down? You know, if you've got that 1-inch punch and you hit him in the back of the head or something, and you know he's just going to drop instantly, you know, do you do that? Do you come up and hit him with a liver shot because you know it's going to, you know, send a bunch of toxins in his bloodstream and drop him? What do you do? Right? What's the appropriate response to something like this? So I'm going to leave you guys to sit with that question, and I'm going to sit with it as well. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click on that subscribe button so that you can take your first steps towards becoming an urban acolyte. Embark on the journey of becoming the hero of your own story and become a force for change in your community. Make sure to check out more videos from this channel, especially the one that YouTube has recommended for you. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. Thanks for watching. Y'all keep on breathing, and may the force of others be with you. Always.